Cheers, you're on.
Okay. So next we're going to make some almond pate. So if you notice, this is the pulp. This is the almond pulp for what we squeeze the almond milk from. So that's one beautiful product is the almond milk, and then we have the pulp, which is very useful, very dense in nutrition still. A lot of the fat is gone, but we have lots of the fiber, a lot of the nutrients are still in there. So we're going to use it. It's a good part of the nut. And I didn't squeeze all of that juice out, so I left it a little bit wet because I knew I wanted to use it. So we're making an almond pate, and all we need to do really is season this with some herbs, salt, and lemon juice. And that's how easy it is. So I'm going to go ahead and put some lemon juice. And really, you can just use your favorite herb, whatever it is that you like. What I prefer most is to have some dill. And we're going to cut up the dill into nice. I'm going to actually take the bigger stems out just to keep it nice and soft. So any herb works. I have tried this with cilantro, I have done it with parsley, I have done it with, you name it, just about anything.
You know the tarragon? I'm trying to find use for tarragon.
Tarragon is a little more difficult, and I don't use it too much because I don't find it around fresh. It's usually dried when I see it.
It grows beautifully here.
Yeah, I saw you had some, but you can try it.
I'll try it.
And then what I want to encourage you basically here. I'm giving you templates for recipes. I'm not big on recipes myself. I gave you some outlines of what we're doing here. But what I want to encourage you to is try things. It can be a lot of fun to discover things and discover flavors, and there will always be new flavors to things that you do, because not even the same plant will taste the same every time. Soil, different soil will have different mineral content and make a different tasting dill from another area or a different season. You can never make the same thing, and that's the beautiful thing, because we don't have standardized herbs. They're plants, and they work with what they get, the amount of rain, all of that will make a different product. So we have some dill. So that's a good amount of dill. You could put, a lot more if you wanted to. You're dill free. If you like a lot of herbs and you have a lot of herbs, use them. Have fresh herbs, use them all. I used to make salads that were just most of it was herbs, very little lettuce. Yeah, you guys like that, huh? Yeah, I had lots of cilantro one time, and half of my salad was cilantro. So here's some green onions that I got from the market. I will just chop these up. I might not use all of this. Green onions. Well, let's remember that herbs and most food really is also medicine. So some of them can be very strong and very potent. So for example, onions, garlic, ginger, all of those have so much flavor that we want to kind of use them with, with caution, with awareness, because sometimes they will overpower, right? So onions is one of those things that I want to just be kind of cautious. Sometimes they can use indigestion for certain people. If you're not used to raw onions, right? You might have problems. Raw garlic, if you're not used to it, you might have some issues. So just go easy on those, and you'll be fine. Okay, so we have, so I'm just going to put maybe a little part of it. Let's see where that goes. Okay, so I'm mixing that in. The other thing that I like is to put some olive oil. Olive oil will bind this together, make it a little creamier. Right, so I have olive oil here from our favorite Paul Newman. Paul Newman and Company. So,
Be Chris.
good amount of oil.
This is Chris. She was also
Hi,
helping
Chris.
with the funeral planning.
Alright, I'm sorry you missed the beginning. That's, we do have more stuff to cover, so last thing I'm putting in is
Your salt.
a little bit of salt, making it tasty, and a little bit of cayenne. Now this will not make it spicy, it'll just give it a little kick. And let's talk about that right after we finish this. We'll talk about flavors and balance of flavors. So here is almond pate, and what's stopping me from saying that it's done is I have to taste it. I have to make sure it's good. So do that when you make food, you know, taste it as you go along because you want that perfect flavor that you like, right? Some people like a little more salt, some people like a little more sour. So I will taste it and see how it is. It's very yum, but I like a little more lemon. And of course you will customize it to your taste when you're making it. And just a little touch more salt. Okay. Mixing it up. And again, you know, whatever you make it, whether you use cilantro, you can also chop up other vegetables and put them in. Bell peppers, celery. Celery is really good with this. You can be very creative with these pates. And again, you can make these with other kinds of nuts as well. So we have made successfully just about any type of pate, from walnuts and sunflower seeds. And I like it. We should make it a little stronger, but here it is, and we will get to taste it now. Am I still on? It's done.